Hello dear students, welcome back to the English online class. Today we shall begin with the semester 2 portion. In this video, I shall explain the poem Four Little Foxes written by Sarett. As you can see the image, it is of the poet Sarett. Let me give you a brief introduction of the poet. Sarett was an American lecturer and teacher. He was very interested in nature and Native American literature and often based his work on these themes. It means that he was a teacher and a lecturer and he was very interested in nature, and therefore he wrote poems related to nature. Okay students, now this poem Four Little Foxes is on page 110 of your English textbook. So please open page number 110. In this poem, the poet describes the plight of four fox cubs who have been orphaned as their mother has been killed by a hunter. Okay, now here the poet is describing the condition of four little fox cubs. Cubs means young ones of an animal. So here there are four young ones of the fox. The mother fox has been killed by a hunter, and so the four fox cubs are now orphaned. Orphaned means without a parent. So they are helpless, and so the poet feels very sorry for them and he is trying to protect them. He knows that it is going to be very difficult for them to survive and begs nature to show mercy on them. So the poet knows now, since the fox cubs are alone without the mother, so therefore it is going to be very difficult for them to survive. That means they are too small to protect themselves, and therefore the poet he requests nature to be careful and not to be harsh towards them and to be gentle. He requests the nature to be gentle towards these four fox cubs. Now let's begin with the poem. That was an introduction of the poem. Now let's discuss the poem. Let's read Four Little Foxes written by Sarett. You may read along with me. Speak gently, spring, and make no sound, for in my wind valley yesterday I found newborn foxes squirming on the ground. Speak gently. Now in this particular stanza, the poet is requesting the spring season. What is he requesting? Now the poet says that he has found newborn foxes in the windy valley. Now these newborn foxes are moving in discomfort. That means they are very uncomfortable, and therefore the poet is requesting the spring season to speak gently. That means not to make noise, not to blow noisily, but to be gentle. Let's read that stanza again. Speak gently, spring, and make no sudden sound, for in my windy valley yesterday I found newborn foxes squirming on the ground. Speak gently. So let's do that again. The poet has found newborn foxes in his windy valley, and these newborn foxes are moving in discomfort because they are very small. So therefore the poet is requesting the spring season to be gentle, not to make loud noise. Now let's do the meaning. Squirming means moving in discomfort. Let's move to the next stanza. Walk softly, march, forbear the bitter blow. A feet within a trap, a blood upon the snow. The four little foxes saw their mother go. Walk softly. Now in this stanza, the poet is requesting the month of March to be gentle. He is asking the month of March to walk softly and To forbear the bitter blow means to avoid causing cold breeze, because the 4 cubs are very little and unable to protect themselves. So therefore, he is requesting the month of March to walk softly and not to cause any cold breeze. And then the poet says that the 4 little foxes have lost their mother, as her feet was caught in a trap, probably laid by her hunter. So therefore, the mother has been trapped by a hunter. It has been wounded, and then all blood was on the snow, and the mother finally died because it was unable to save itself. And now the 4 little fox cubs are left to themselves. So therefore, the poet is requesting the month of March to be gentle and not to cause cold breeze. Let's read that again. Walk softly, March, forbear the bitter blow. Her feet within a trap, her blood upon the snow. The 4 little foxes saw their mother go, so walk softly. Meaning, forbear the bitter blow means avoid causing the cold breeze. Next stanza. Go lightly, spring, oh, give them no alarm. When I covered them with boughs to shelter them from harm, the thin blue foxes suckled at my arm. Go lightly. In this stanza, the poet is requesting the spring season to go lightly without making any noise, without causing alarm. Okay, so then the poet has covered the fox cubs with boughs. Boughs means large tree branches. Why has he covered them with branches? So as to shelter them, protect them from harm. Shelter from harm means to protect from harm. Okay, and what did the thin blue foxes do? They went closer to the poet, because they understood that the poet was protecting them. Let's read that again. Go lightly, spring, oh, give them no alarm. When I covered them with boughs to shelter them from harm, the thin blue foxes suckled at mine arm. Go lightly. Let's do the meanings. Boughs means large tree branches. To shelter them from harm means to protect them from harm. To protect them. Next stanza. Step softly, March, with your rampant hurricane, nuzzling one another and whimpering with pain. The new little foxes are shivering in the rain. Step softly. In this stanza, the poet is requesting the month of March to be gentle. He is requesting the month of March to be soft with its, not to send any storms. Saying, come gently without any stormy winds. Rampant means spreading fast. Hurricane means storm. So, the month of March normally comes with windy storms which are spreading fast. So, the poet requests the month of March to be soft, to come softly, because the little fox cubs are feeling very cold. They are shivering in the rain, and therefore they are sitting close to each other for warmth, and they are whimpering in pain. They are whimpering with pain means crying in pain. So therefore the poet in the stanza is requesting the month of March to be soft and gentle, so that the little fox cubs do not feel cold. They are whimpering in pain and shivering in the rain. Let's read that. Step softly, March, with your rampant hurricane, nuzzling one another and whimpering in pain. The new little foxes are shivering in the rain. Step softly. Let's do the meanings. Rampant means spreading fast. Hurricane, storm. Whimpering means with pain. Whimpering with pain means crying in pain. Shivering is trembling due to cold. Let's do the meanings once again. Squirming, moving in discomfort. Forbear, the bitter blow means avoid causing the cold breeze. Boughs means large tree branches. To shelter them from harm means to protect them. Rampant, spreading fast. Hurricane, storm. Whimpering with pain is crying in pain. Shivering is trembling due to the cold. Summary notes. Which two seasons is the poet talking to? The poet is talking to the spring season and the month of March. Question 2. What has the poet found in the valley? The poet has found 4 newborn foxes in the valley. What happened to the mother of the 4 fox cubs? The mother of the 4 fox cubs was killed by her hunter. What is the poet requesting nature? The poet is requesting nature to be gentle and not cause harm to the 4 little orphaned fox cubs. What did the poet cover the fox cubs with and why? The poet covered the fox cubs with boughs, that is large tree branches, so as to protect them from harm. So children, I have discussed the poem, I have explained you. Also we have discussed the meanings and the notes. Once again, please go through this video, learn the meanings and the question answers. You may write the question answers in your notebook. Thank you once again and take care. God bless you all.